Good evening, everyone. Just made a quick short video on why Elon Musk is the greatest modern Stoic. I'm going to go into now a little bit more detail on why I believe that. So, the great Stoics of the past, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, wise men. If you read their stuff, it's like they wrote it a decade ago. It's so poignant and valuable, and we could all use that type of thinking today in our society. It would really help a lot on anxiety and depression and things of that nature, knowing the mantras of the Stoic philosophy. I'll dive into some of them. Basically, a Stoic to me is someone who does great things, and when they get great power, they use it wisely. They use it for humanity. They use it and they check themselves at moments to see if what they're doing is the right thing for the world. For instance, Marcus Aurelius was famous for being a Roman emperor and having everything he had at his fingertips, essentially. The most powerful man in the area, in the world. And he wrote a diary and he talked about how to live a good life and how to be a good person. And even people that wronged him, he would not hold them accountable. He would hold himself accountable. He controlled what he could control. The great Stoics always tried to take the positive out of a negative, some to an extreme. Epictetus was a slave, and he took the approach of, well, if I'm in this condition, let me be the best slave. Let me be, it sounds crazy, but it's literally, let me do the best I can do in whatever circumstance I am given. Here's an example, and I forget exactly who said this. It might have been Edison. When his plant burned down, complete ruins. He called his family and he said, "Hey, gather everyone round. This is the greatest fire you'll ever see." Think about that. His whole everything burned to the ground, and he is wise enough and thoughtful enough to know in this moment, this is the greatest fire you'll ever see, and we'll rebuild and we'll bring it back. That is such a great way to think about things, but so hard, and I get it. Almost impossible to have these type of things. We have little things happen to us, and it's like we worry, and it happens to the best of us. But I think with practice and with reading and really getting into it over time, you can train yourself to know that you only have one life. Like memento mori is a great Stoic saying. You will die one day, essentially. So live in this present moment because it's all you have. You don't. The past is done. The future's unknown, and all you really have is this moment. Like me talking to you right now. This is all I have. Another great one's amor fati, love your fate. Whatever happens, you deal with it, and whatever is blocking you, or anything that goes wrong, maybe that went wrong for a reason, and that opened up a new avenue for you. So Ryan Holiday, who I respect very much, he's a younger guy. He writes a lot of books like Obstacles the Way and things of that nature, and he talks about that. And it never really hit me until I'm actually reading it this week, and or an audiobook. Obstacle is the way, and if something goes wrong, that obstacle or what's preventing you from doing it, that is the way, right? The obstacle. So if that is blocking you, you'll find another way around it, and you'll have more peace and more just overall love of what you're doing, right? If you're not enjoying something and say you get fired, well, you look at, oh man, I got fired, what am I going to do? But maybe you weren't meant to do that job. And being fired is actually a great thing, even though in the moment you think it's a terrible thing, right? The obstacle was you working a job you didn't want to do. So you have to find something you love. And again, hard to do, I know, but it's a different way of thinking of things. And, later in my life, I've progressed this way. And I feel that it's really helped me in my thoughts. And it's really helped me to meditate and think about more introspection and more gratefulness and humility about your life and how lucky you are to have the things you do, because they could be taken away. There's no guarantee that, any of this stays long, any possession. So another great thing is contentment, right? They say a rich man, you don't need to be rich. You could be super rich and be very unfulfilled, right? Because you're looking for the next thing, the next want, the next need, and you're always pushing for it. So you're not satisfied. Where you could be a man of modest means and a man of modest income, but if you have everything you need and you love your family and you love your life and maybe you love whatever you're doing, that is true richness, right? That's contentment. You're happy and you don't need want for anything, right? Just another little example. But getting back to Elon, what he's doing is on another level. I mean, the companies that he's doing, Tesla, SpaceX, everybody knows about it, Neuralink, Boring Company. I'm not going to go all into that. But basically, this is a man who I think embodies the Stoic philosophy by trying to, I see anyway. He doesn't really talk about it, but I see it. I see the correlation. He is determined to do the right thing. He's determined to accomplish his goals. And in doing that, I see how he does it. He does it with trying to be a good person. He tries to do it with humanity in mind and making people's lives better, for the better. So, this is just coming from my heart real fast. And I think if more people took that attitude and just the Stoic philosophy, but I'm not saying you're going to be Elon Musk. No, I mean, he's an extraordinary individual and no one's going to really match that. But if you could take little bits of the philosophy and use it, I think it would really help. Like I said, Ryan Holiday writes some good books. Some of the great investors are Stoics and they use Stoic principles, and I think it's real fast. It's misunderstood what a Stoic is. I think I hear people sometimes they say Stoic is just like a statue. They don't do anything. That's not what a Stoic is or Stoicism. A Stoic is someone who use basic principles, and it's very in depth. But like again, just the basic thing: control what you can control. Don't worry about others, their opinions, how they treat you. You just control how you react to those things. You just get up every day and you try to be the best person, the best human you can be, and everything else will fall in line. When bad things happen to you, there's nothing you can do about it. It's already happened. There's no reason to worry about it for a second or 10 minutes or an hour. Get out of it fast because you're just going to move on to the next thing, right? And you want to be grateful for every moment you have and you want to live in the present moment. So kind of going on here, but I just want to, if anyone's out there and they're interested in Stoicism, again, Ryan Holiday, the great author, books like Obstacle is the Way, and numerous others. You can Google it and find all that out. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is a great book. And then just, Stoic apps that give you quotes and just kind of make you reflect on life and, give you the time to actually think about what you're doing. When you have a hectic schedule and you're just going and going and going, you might just get in a rhythm of just kind of being down and I gotta do this, and it just snowballs. So I don't know, just wanted to shoot this quick video and just say there's hope out there and there's things that you can do like meditation and reading the Stoics of the past and what they taught and what they preached and how they lived their life. And they weren't perfect. They had faults just like everyone. It's just a mechanism that we can use to better ourselves. Anyway, peace.